G'day everyone, welcome back. Hope you're having a great day. It's Friday here in Australia and I'm back home again from our local food bank. This is the one I go to most Fridays. It's run by a local church in my area. You pay $10 and they give you a box of non-perishable items. Along with those groceries, you usually get things like some bread, fruit and veggies. They always usually give you some type of cold or frozen item as well. So I'll give you a closer look at what I was lucky enough to get this week. First of all, in the box of groceries, I got a bag of spaghetti, which is great, and my favourite, some spiral pasta. There was another 1 kilogram bag of this Vietnamese long grain white rice. Again, awesome to get. Can do so much with rice. There was a few different items in the canned variety. There were some corn kernels, some spaghetti in tomato sauce. And this week we've got some Italian diced tomatoes. This is a different type of label, one we haven't had before, so that looks good. And we've got some more of the mixed vegetables again this week. There's been a few weeks we haven't got these, so that's nice to see them in the box again. They're really helpful. There was also another can of baked beans, so yay. If you haven't watched my baked bean stew video that I put out the other day, I'll leave the link up above so you can see what I do when I get cans of baked beans. I do also have baked beans on toast. We eat them that way, of course, or have them as a side with like a big breakfast style of meal. So really great to get those. And there's a little bottle of peanut butter, smooth peanut butter. These ones, I think at the moment, I'm going to actually put them aside. My kids are on school holidays and the one I got last week and this one I'm going to put aside so when they go back to school, I have to sort of think a bit ahead that they've got stuff that I can put on their school lunches, on their sandwiches. So I think that'll be really helpful for that. So again, really awesome to get. And we've got this week some mum's sauce, garden veggie variety. So it's like a ready-made pasta sauce. I don't know if we can see the ingredients, what's in it. Tomatoes, different veggies, onion, carrot, capsicum, pumpkin as well, even eggplant. So there you go. That sounds pretty interesting. Yum. And we've got a few different snacks. This week we've got 2 little packets of these Australian sultanas. How cute are they? These little boxes of sultanas. So my kids will love that. And there's also 2 chewy choc chip muesli bars, which is awesome. Again, my kids will hoover those up. And I also picked up this week some more of these plant-based, these are like protein shakes, or what do they say there, formulated meal replacements. The chocolate flavour is nicer than the vanilla flavour they had the other week. So I went ahead and I actually got 3 of these. They had these sitting out at the end of the table when you went through. If you wanted some, you could take some. So I picked up 3 of those. And the cereal we got this week is a box of Cocoa Puffs, which is awesome. My kids are really happy with that. They love it when I get things like that. I don't tend to buy cereal like that. Usually I'm pretty boring. I usually get rolled oats and make porridge. So when they get to have some Cocoa Puffs, it's a real treat. So yeah, that's nice to get. And to go with the cereal, I also got this week 3 1-litre bottles of the almond milk, the barista one, which is really great. That'll be a big help. So any milk that I have extra that I don't use on cereal or with porridge, I've been using in cups of tea at the moment or smoothies as well. So yeah, very useful to get all that. This week we also got some cold ready meals, or these are frozen rather, and we've got 3 of them this week. There's 2 crumb fish and vegetable ones, and I'll give you a look, show you what they look like. They actually look really good. These ones got like 2 fillets of fish, some frozen, well, it's all frozen of course, frozen beans, and underneath I think it's actually like a mash. If I read on the back, I think it's sweet potato that they're sitting on, like a bed of mashed sweet potato. Trying to see. Oh, potato. Oh, yeah, it is sweet potato mash. There you go. So there you go. So there's 2 of those. That's one of them, and I think the other one's pretty similar. Maybe a few more beans in that one. And then the last one is another one of these ham and tomato risottos. We did get one of these last week. And the little things on top, which I thought were knobs of butter, actually bocconcini, so little cheese balls. So yeah, another one of those, which looks pretty good. So that was the ready meals. I did also get given, well, actually I've missed something here, which is a snack type item. There's a packet of these Scotch fingers again, which is really great. Now we did also get some more frozen items this week, and to begin with here we've got, these are all donated from a local bakery in town where I live, and there's a pie. These ones actually, when you heat them up, it's just like as if you walked in the bakery and bought them yourself. It's really nice. So there's a meat pie, I think, I'm guessing, of some description, and there's some sort of, I think it's a Frankfurt in like wrapped pastry, if you can see through the plastic. And then there's also, a bit broken up there, some sort of like a pasty type item. These ones tend to be, in the past, they seem to be like vegetarian ones with like beans or textured vegetable protein type sort of fillings. It's always a bit of a surprise. You never quite know till you bite into it. But we love getting them, so that makes for a nice snack or a lunch sometimes. Now there was also some homemade items, and I did find out, because everyone was asking me in one of my videos, I think it was a couple of weeks ago when I got some more homemade things, how it worked. And I did check. There is somebody that makes these. They're actually homemade and then donated to the food pantry, and they are able to do this where I am, and I'm happy to receive these items too. You do have the option when you go through with the cold items, if you didn't want the homemade stuff, you can decline it if you weren't comfortable with that, but I don't have a problem with it. The people that run this particular food pantry are lovely people, and everything seems above board with how they handle all the items. Everything's like, this is rock hard frozen. In the past, everything that I've got is absolutely delicious. So I suppose it's just something, it's an individual choice if you're comfortable taking homemade stuff or not. But I think it's lovely, and actually some of the best stuff that I've received from the food pantry has actually been some of the homemade stuff. I think it's all the extra love and care that people put into things. So this one, again, it's a mystery. It looks like, I think it's some sort of soup. They had like a whole esky of these. It's got like a whole heap of peas and beans, I think, on top. And it looks like tomato, like it's all risen to the top when it's frozen. So you just put it in a saucepan and heat it up on a low temperature, maybe add a bit more water. So yeah, useful to get. And I did also get a bag of frozen rice this week. And you would have seen again in my video the other day how I used some of the frozen rice I got the other week. So that's helpful to get some more. There was also some mystery, I think it's cake or it could be pudding. I can't really tell. frozen, it's either fruit cake or pudding, like maybe like, well, not Christmas pudding, but, you know, fruit pudding. So there was 3 pieces of that. And this one here that I've missed as well, this one's not frozen, it's a homemade little cake. Some sort of fruit cake as well. So that was all the homemade stuff this week, which is lovely to get. And then there was quite a few different fruit and veggie items. Oh, actually, before I start on the fruit and veggies, this is something else I picked up. They had some of these where you're able to take as well if you've had a use for some light bulbs. So how cool is that? I picked up, yeah, it's a warm white one. It's only a low watt, 15 watt, but I thought it might be useful. Sometimes, as the lady at the food pantry said, some light's better than no light. And if you need a spare bulb, yeah, always great to have. These ones at the supermarket are quite expensive to buy. So yeah, that was awesome. And with the fruit and veggies this week, we got another one of these fantastic, it's a 1 kilogram bag of mandarins. These are imperial ones and they're delicious. Hardly any seeds, really nice, easy to peel for the kids as well. There was also a few other mandarins. I think they're a different variety, about half a dozen of these other little tiny ones that I got as well. There was 3 navel oranges, a little sweet potato, there's 4 carrots. This week there's 4 potatoes. I think there's about 4 onions. Another one of those interesting looking vegetables, or technically a fruit, those chocos. And we got some very ripe, these need to be used, I think, they're starting to go all wrinkly. 3 yellow passion fruit, which is great. There's 3 little lady fingers. Sometimes I chop up the bananas in like circles and mix in some passion fruit with it to make like a real simple fruit salad. Always goes nice together. There's 5 Roma tomatoes and about 5 little red apples, and there's 2 avocados this week, which is great. So I'll have something to put on some of those crackers that I got the other week. Oh, and last but not least, sitting at the back here is a bag of hot dog rolls. It's a 6-pack. These ones, I don't think I'll use them as hot dog rolls. I'm probably going to use them as like sub sandwiches, I think. So again, really nice to get. So that, my friends, was everything I was so lucky to get this Friday for $10 from my local food pantry. And I think it works out to be pretty good value again this week for the $10. What do you think? It's a real big help to my family, that's for sure. If you're also needing a help at the moment, please don't hesitate to seek out and find a food bank or food pantry in your local area. There is links down below in my description box if you're needing a place to start. Thanks again, everybody, for watching. I hope you have a lovely weekend. And until next time, take care.